Now for the track guide. Before starting, if you want to improve at a quicker pace, check out GITGUDracing.com. I have a lot of courses that I can help you with, and also an academy. Now, going in the track guide itself, turn 1 reference for braking will be this white line here on the brighter side of the tarmac. And by the way, you want to use this part. It's going to allow you to carry a little bit more speed into corners. So aligning yourself with the white line in the center of the halo will be a good positioning for turn 1. You want to brake right on the white line, like right now. And what's important to do is to make sure that you're hitting peak braking pressure with the steering wheel flat or close to 0 degrees. So you don't want to brake and turn. You want to brake in a straight line, hit your peak pressure, 76 in this case, and you want to do this almost everywhere in all the heavy braking zones with these cars to make sure that you're not locking up the tires. Then, super important is to make sure that you're not over braking or braking too early, because if you're arriving at the next 2 double apexes in front of you too slow, you will just hit the red sausage curb, or you will just wait a lot. So make sure you're pushing the right speed in the corner. Make sure you're releasing when you're turning more so that this inside left won't lock up. And you want to take a very tight line. So you see left tire very close to the red sausage curb, then still on the brakes, letting the car track out just a little wider. You don't want to go very wide, because with these high downforce cars, and this is a Formula car, it doesn't have, I mean, it's an Indy car, but it's generally on an open wheeler, it still has more downforce than a GT. You don't want to go as wide, because you want to make sure you're using the downforce. Even if the car doesn't have that much of downforce for an open wheeler, it still has a lot more than in GT cars. So you want to keep very tight line around here. Going on the gas, it's going to be very difficult to press the gas just once with this car, by the way. But this is going to be your challenge, to press the throttle just once. Small mistake here, getting very close to the second red sausage curb, and then expect some oversteer on your way out. Because the turbo on this car feels like it has kind of a substantial delay. So you're going to be holding 60-70% throttle, and in other cars you might be thinking that you will only get wheel spin at 20%. No, with this car you can get wheel spin at 60-70% throttle because of that small delay in the turbo. So make sure you're prepared for the oversteer moment. You see I'm counter steering at this point, because I was aware from the previous laps, if you're looking at this tire marks, you can already tell that I've hit the wall in the previous laps. So just expect the oversteer on corner exit, correct it ahead of time, and now bring the car back to the left side. Try to bring it as close as you can, because right now I'm not be using all the track, just because I was a little bit too slow to bring the car. So the moment that you take that corner, quickly bring the car towards the left. You're going to be braking after number 2, and make sure you're using the track even more than what I'm doing right now. In third gear, getting very close. Stay on the throttle before arriving at the curb, super important. So pressing the throttle, even mounting the curb a little is going to be still fine. Now for the next right-hander, once again, left tire all the way to the dirt here. After number 2, you're going to be turning flat out. You're going to be in 5th gear, and when you get closer, just drop the throttle to 0, add a small bit of brake, and then push the throttle back in. It's better than dropping the throttle earlier and just maintaining the throttle. Drop the throttle aggressively so you have a bigger weight shift forward, and then add a little bit of brake so your front end is really pointing, because then immediately you will be pressing the gas a lot earlier. And this is super important here, because this is like a decent straight. For the next one here, you're going to be braking slightly before number 2. Use every inch of the track, and trail brake a lot longer than in other corners. So still on the brakes, still on the brakes, still on the brakes, and at the red sausage curb, go back on the throttle. You can go even closer to the red sausage curb, so a bit of understeer for me here, but keep it flat on your way out. That's important. This corner will be difficult. What you want to do, at number 2, you want to turn in the corner flat out. 6th gear, flat out, flat out, flat out. When you start to see the red sausage curve, like right now, you're going to be dropping the throttle, add a small bit of brake. Like it happens very shortly. It almost feels like you're dropping the throttle and immediately back in. And try to steer even more than what I'm doing here, because you want to take more of this curb. Like right now, I'm not taking enough, and then my car almost gets too wide. So you will see in the delta that I'm losing a little bit of time. So make sure you're closer, but go flat out and just do a throttle lift. For the next corner, we're going to be braking before number 3 and before the white line. So at this point, We're already on the brakes, quite aggressive. It's almost like in turn 1, 73% on the brakes, braking uphill. Then we're gonna release because this elevation change will make that we don't have enough grip on the tires. So we need to release the brakes right now, but when we're going downhill, we can press the brakes a bit harder in second gear, very close here to the gravel. Try to make this corner almost like a straight line. So look, here on the brakes, now on the gas, almost like a straight line. Stay very tight around the curbs here. The car shouldn't go too far on the left, so this is what you should be expecting. Now bring the car a little bit more towards the right, and at this shadow, you're going to start turning into the corner, flat out, flat out, flat out. When you get closer and you see the red sausage curb here, you're going to be dropping the gas, add a small bit of brake, and then putting the gas back in. Stay very close to the red sausage curb, and you should be using all the space here. Immediately bring the car towards the left, because at number 2, you're going to start braking and turning at the same time. Make sure you're using all the space, stay in 5th gear, and way before the corner, you're going to be back on throttle. Like right now, we're still back on the gas, using every inch of the road in 5th gear, and braking point for this corner is going to be this white line. I'm going to brake a bit harder a bit later in this corner, and this is going to cost me like 2/10. So I'm braking past this white line like right now. Make sure you're braking at the white line, and make sure you're getting very close and almost hitting this red sausage curb, because it's not that big and you can actually cut the corner a lot. In my case, because I was braking way too late, I was not able to do it. So make sure you're not doing this mistake. And now you're going to be pressing the throttle aggressively. Expect oversteer on this corner. Expect oversteer. So you should be already prepared to counter steer towards the right side, like I'm doing right now. And ensure that's it. Make sure you're using all this space, stay on the green, and that's the lap. Hope you like it, hope you enjoy it. If you want to improve at a quicker pace, GitGUDRacing.com, GitGUD Academy, and Go Setups. Thanks for being here, and bye-bye.